Hello,
Hello. Hey guys.
Hello.
how's everybody today?
Good.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Just watched the Academy Awards. I didn't win anything.
You do?
Ah,
Well, you deserve it for sure.
Oh my gosh. I never heard of 90% of the movies. I never,
Yeah.
what's the movie that won so many Oscars? Anora.
Anora. It's about this Russian mobster son who falls in love with a stripper.
With a what?
With a stripper.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the best movie. I saw
And
the
you
Bob
saw,
Dylan movie, which I thought was good, but didn't
and
win
you
it.
saw there was a movie with the Palestinian and Israelis, the
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it was a documentary. Terrible. You never see the opposite. You always see an Israeli liberal to be with the Palestinians. You never see a Palestinian who agrees with the Israelis. Never, ever, ever. It's
Mhm.
always the Israelis have to, they need their home. It's upsetting. Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah. We're in 74, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yitsy cats, cat's eye, it's cat's eye.
Hello. It's working?
Yeah, I got to reset something and I put in the passwords and it works.
Yeah, it looks like Microsoft changed something. That's what happened.
O'clock. We were watching, we're just rewinding. Don't ask. Okay. We are on Ayin Dalit, 74. So we were talking about why we had a case, Habala Choisoi, and yet there was Knas, but we learned that if Kores or Misa is involved, there should be no Knas. So Rav Papa Omer b'mafuta. We're not talking about she was raped, she was seduced, where she agrees. And in that case, we would not put him to death. And therefore, there wouldn't be a tour from Knas. Abai Omer b'yochel be'echad me'varov. You didn't have to kill the guy. He was raping, but he could have been stopped by shooting him in the leg. And then, of course, there wouldn't be a tour from financial penalty. And that's like Rav Yonasan ben Shol, the Tanya, Rav Yonasan ben Shol Omer. Rodef, Shaya Rodef Archa Chavir Lahorgov. You have Reuven chasing after Shimon to kill him. And Levi comes around. Levi could have just shot him in the leg to prevent him from continuing to chase him. but he killed him. Neragalav. So Levi is put to death as a Rotseach. My time in Rabbi Yonasan ben Sholdichsiv is a pasuk. V'chinatzu anashim, two people were fighting. V'nagfu isha rav yatzu, and in the middle, a woman who's pregnant gets in between them, and she has a miscarriage. V'lo yeh ason, anosh yanesh kasher yashis alav bala ishav nasan b'flilim. On Rabbi Lezer, b'mitzvah sheb'misa, these two people want to kill each other. Hakosu v'daber. Because if one of them kills, one nefesh will have to, be considered a rotzeach. Now, if not, so therefore their intent was to kill each other. He would still have to pay the financial damages for the child that caused the miscarriage. Now, that if you hold that somebody who could have been stopped by just being shot in the leg, so he doesn't get cleared of financial penalties, and he killed somebody instead of just wounding him, that's why the Torah says that he's going to be punished. He could have saved him and he didn't. He killed him. That we don't make a distinction. You can kill him no matter what. So at the time that he was roidif after the chaver to kill him, he was in threat of his life, and anybody could have killed him, and therefore he should be potter from paying. So Gemara says, it's not going to the same person. This guy's getting killed, and this guy, he owes the money to a different person, to the woman who had a miscarriage. Still lo shna. Makes no difference, because I'm a Rava. Reuven is chasing Shimon, and she bear Kalim. Reuven breaks somebody's Kalim. Bein shel nirdav, bein shel kolot. Doesn't make a difference whose Kalim they were. Potter. My time, because he's a rodef, anyone can kill him. And someone who's mischai b'nafshu is potter b'nat tashlumim, even to somebody else, even to a third party. Near Dashashiv is like, what about the Shimon who's being chased? Let's say he breaks something. Or he breaks something, shel rodef, potter. Because his life was threatened. However, if the nirdaf damages kalim of somebody else, shekolodem chayiv. Why? Rodef potter shlo yemamono chaviv lo migufo. Right? His money is not any better than his life. You're allowed to kill him. So certainly you can take his money. But for shokolodem chayiv, shematz latzmo b'momen chavero. You're allowed to save another person can be saved even with somebody else's money, and then end up you have to pay him back. Rodef shay rodef achar rodef. Achar rodef. You have Reuven chasing Shimon, and Levi's chasing Reuven. So what about you kill Levi? Or you Veshiber Sakelim, Ben Shel Rodef, Ben Shel Nirdaf, whoever's Kalim they are. Ben Shel Kolorim Potter. Why? Lo min adin. There's no base for nalacha. It's a takonos chachamim. It's like a good Samaritan law. Shemiyat ha'omer kain. If you don't say that a person who steps in to try to save somebody's life is going to be potter to pay if he damages something. Nimsa. Nobody's going to try to step in and save somebody. They're going to be concerned about financial penalty. So it's like a good Samaritan law where you can't get sued. We say you don't kill the guy. You bring him to Beis Din, and Beis Din kills him. No, you're allowed to kill a guy chasing after an animal. Why? For example, we said if you're going to rape a basula, where it's the covet for the isha, we say nitin latzib enough, you can kill him. Kam gavoa, you're embarrassing Hashem. Lo kol shekeh. However, the Gemara has a problem. Based on a kal v'chomer, you can't provide punishment. However, ksavar, Rabbi Shimon holds you can punish even though you learn from a kal v'chomer. Tanya Rabbi Shimon Omer. You see somebody trying to violate Shabbos, you're allowed to kill him before he gets the opportunity to violate Shabbos. Sarvalo kavua, he holds like his father Reb Shimon, that there's a kal v'chomer and oinshim min adin. Va'asya Shabbos chilul avodah zarah. Both places says chilul. By avodah zarah, we say you can kill him, so by Shabbos you can as well. Or Rav Yochanan, Mishra Rav Shimon ben Yehotzada. Nimnu v'gamru b'aliyas beis nitzah belud. There was a confab in the attic in Lud between people of Beis Shammai and people of Beis Hillel. They voted. And kol aver shebetorim oimer lo adam avor val tahareg, famous Gemara. All averas, eat chazer, wear shotness. Otherwise, I'll kill you. The din is yavar val yaharig. You can eat chazer. You can violate any law and avoid being killed. Chutz, except for the 3 cardinal averas. Avodah zarah, gilui arayos, shfichus damim. That somebody says, bow down to this idol, or I will kill you. You have to let yourself be killed. Frankly, avodah zarah lo. What? You're not allowed to worship avodah zarah. You are. V'atanya Rabbi Shmuel. Minayin shimim armel lo adam avodah zarah v'al tehareg. Worship this avodah zarah. We won't kill you. Minayin sheyavod v'yahareg. You should worship it. Talmud loymar ushmartem es chukosai v'es mishpotai asher yaseh osam adam v'chai bohem v'lo sheyamus bohem. The mitzvahs are given for you to live, not to die. Okay. Yachol afilu b'farhesya. Are you allowed to do this even in public? Talmud loymar v'lo sechalu Hashem kodshi v'nigdashti b'soch bnei Yisrael ani Hashem eskadshchem. That would create chilul Hashem. But comes out from this baraisa that if it's not before Hesed, you're allowed to worship avodah zarah. Yeah, Inu there in that attic in Beis Nitzah the Omer Rabbi Eliezer, because Rabbi Eliezer Omer ve'ahavtas Hashem Elokecha b'chol levav b'chol nafshecha b'chol moedecha. Im noimer b'chol nafshecha, it already says you have to love Hashem with your whole life. Love and never b'chol moedecha. What if it say your money? And if it's b'chol moedecha, lama never b'chol nafshecha, because they're different people. Yesh l'cha adam shegufo chaviv lo mimano. A person's body is more valuable to him than his money. L'kach never b'chol nafshecha. V'im yesh l'cha adam shemamona chaviv lo. There are people, the money is more important migufo. L'kach never b'chol moedecha. So, you from this limud that you have to have avos Hashem and serve and worship Him. You have to give up your life for it. Gilui arayos shvichos damim, that you have to give up your life. Kid Rabbi Omer, it says ulanara lo yisaseh davar. Don't do anything to the nar. My Russell was raped in the field. Ein lenara chet mavis ki kasher yakum ish al re'ehu tzarcho nefesh kein davar hazeh. Now, what's this connection between a rotzeach and a rapist? So Elameata Zebal Lamed L'chora, it was coming to teach about Nar Marasa, but we learned something even in Salamed for Rotzeach. Make each Rotzeach a Nar Marasa. Murder is compared to raping an Nar Marasa. Ma Nar Marasa nitin latzil b'nafsho. Somebody who's raping an Nar Marasa, you're allowed to kill him. Af Rotzeach nitin latzil b'nafsho. Somebody's murdering somebody, you're allowed to kill the murderer. Make each nar amarasal rotzeach. Ma rotzeach yaharig val yavor. A rotzeach, somebody comes and says, kill that guy, or I'm going to kill you. You're supposed to allow yourself to be killed. Nar amarasal teharig val tar. So same thing with gilui arayos. The nar amarasal said, let me rape you or I'll kill you. She has to allow herself to be killed. Where do we see it? Rotzech. Rotzech gufim minole. Svarahu. It's logic. A man came to Rabba Varmelo, Armali Mary Duroy, Zil Katli Laplanya, Vilo Katli Lacha. This officer told me, go kill Chaim Yankel, and if not, I'll kill you. So what did Rabba say? Omar likta v'lo tikto. You should allow yourself to be killed and don't kill. Who says your blood is redder than his blood? Maybe his blood is redder than your blood. Meaning, you can't choose between one person and the other. So you have to give up your life and not kill the other person. Kiyasa Rav Dimi. Rav Dimi came from Eretz Yisrael to Bavel. Omer, in the name of Rav Yechon, Lo Shanu. We said you're allowed to eat chazer if someone is threatening your life. That's not when there's a gzeira by the government that everyone has to convert to a different religion. When they're trying to get people to leave Judaism, then you have to allow yourself to be killed for even any mitzvah. That even when in not a time that they're trying to convert us. Lo omru, they didn't say that you're allowed to eat chazer elabit sinna privately. If it's in public, afilu al mitzvah kala yarg val yafo. My mitzvah kala amrav yitzchak amarav afilu shanui arkasa demasta. Let's say there was a special way that Jews tied their shoelaces, and that's just a minig. If the government is trying to get the Jews to change how they dress, to make them look like goyim, you have to be moiser nefesh for that as well. Kama farhesia, what is considered farhesia? Om Rav Yaakov Rav Yechon, ein farhesia b'chusum asar bnei adam, 10 people. And pshita Yisraelim be'inyan, we need Jews. D'chsiv v'nigdashti b'soch bnei Yisrael, has to be among bnei Yisrael. Boy Rav Yirmiyah. Tisha Yisrael v'nochri echad now. Is farhesia considered 9 Jews and 1 goy? Torshma, the Tani Rav Yanei Achvad Rav Chia Barava. Asya toch. We have Exer Shav, Ksiv Achav v'nigdashti b'soch bnei Yisrael. And it says by Koirach, Ibadlu, Ksiv Hasam Ibadlu mitoch ha'eda azos. Now there was an Eda were 10 Meraglim. Mahalahala and Asara, the Kuli Yisrael, they were all Jews. Avkan, regarding Kedushas Hashem, is Asar of a Kuli Yisrael. Frag the Gemara of Esther b'far Avi. So when Esther was a Jewess, she was taken to Achashverosh, and she was a married woman. She was married to Mordechai, and she had to go willingly to sleep with Achashverosh, and that was b'far Hesya. Why didn't she give up her life? Amar Abaye Esther Karka Oilam Haisa. It's only by a man committing arayas because he's active. The woman is passive in sexual matters. She just receives it. And therefore, she doesn't have to give up her life. If she's being raped, she doesn't have to give up her life. She's not doing a maisa. Rava Amar, a different svara. Hanas atzman shiny. The goyim are doing something not to convert people to a different religion, but for their own purposes, and they're hana, so there's no Mesiras Nefesh. So Achashverosh was doing it for his own personal hana, not to get her to convert to. Then you don't have to give up your life. And the ilo temel hachiv, we didn't say this. Hani kvakai v'dimnokai echi avinelu. In Persia, where the Babylonian Talmud was written, the Zoroastrianism, they worshipped fire. they would walk around to the Jewish community and demand that we give them kalim to hold fire. It was like a tax on every house. And it was brought to their base of Avodah Zarah. But it's just for their own hana. It's not to worship the Avodah Zarah. They warmed themselves up. So the child is, how did we give it to them? It isn't it worshiping Avodah Zarah? No. It's not, has nothing to do with converting them. It's for their Hanas Atzma. That's why they need it. Hanas Atzma Shiny. Achanami, by Esther, with the Achashverosh, Hanas Atzma Shiny was just his own personal Hana. A goy says to a Jew, Kotel aspasta b'shabta v'shari l'chayusa. I'm telling you to cut down the alfalfa from your field on Shabbos and give it to your animals. V'lo katlina l'cha. If not, I'm going to kill you. Liktol v'lo liktale. You shall cut down the alfalfa and don't get killed. However, shadi l'nara, because that he wants his animals to be fed. It's for his anah. They're not trying to convert you. However, if stamazoid, they're telling you to violate Shabbos, and they say throw the alfalfa, shadi l'nara, liktale v'lo liktale. You should you need to allow yourself to be killed because they're my time. It's clear lavudim ilsaka boy. They're trying to get you to switch religions. That then even if it's before Hesya, even on a non-gimel Aveira, you have to give up your life. Boy min Ravami. Ben Noach mitzvah kedushas Hashem or mitzvah kedushas Hashem. Is there concept of Kiddush Hashem by Ben Noach? Rabbi, Torshma, Sheva mitzvahs nistavu b'nei Noach. The Emisif was correct that there's also Kiddush Hashem Tamni Yavin, that there would be 8, not 7. Rava, there's no proof. Inu v'chol of Israel. That means you could see Kiddush Hashem as part of the detail of their prohibition of worshiping Avodah Zarah. So, what's the halacha? We have this in Malachim. Naaman Aram, Elisha cured Naaman, the Aramean, of his leprosy. And Lidvar hazeh yishlach Hashem la'avdecha bevarani beis riman lishtach Hashem avuhu nishan yedei v'shtachavisi. That he asked forgiveness, he accepted not to worship Avodah Zarah. And he said to Elisha, on this issue alone, I want Hashem to forgive me. My master is going to make me walk into the room where I bow down. And he leans on me. And it looks like Elisha allowed him to do it. Vayormalo lech l'shalom. So there was a heter by Elisha for Ben Noach to do it. Now, v'imisa, if Ben Noach is mitzvah kiddush Hashem, when he said lech b'shalom, he shouldn't have said it. So again, Bitsina Ben Noach is allowed to necessarily not do Kiddush Hashem, but for Hesya he has to. So we don't have an answer to the question of Ben Noach. It's left as a, in fact, Ben Noach she'onso oso lavor lachas mitzvah. If you force a Ben Noach to violate one of the Sheva mitzvahs, Yavor v'yarig. He's allowed to be over, not be killed, because he's not mitzvah on Kiddush Hashem. According to the Rambam, the Maskon of the Gemara is that it comes out because the Gemara didn't answer it. So the Rambam learns that it didn't come out as a direct command for him to keep Kiddush Hashem. Okay. Tomorrow we'll learn at 7 o'clock. By the way, Tuesday is a Yavna dinner that a number of us are going to. So I'm going to move the Tsurba to Wednesday night this week. Mara, you can let everybody to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I would like to learn tomorrow, I would like to learn Tuesday, like maybe 5:30. That way we learn before we go to that event.
They have the Mara minion. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll have the Myra's minion at the event, won't we? No.
So
When is the
I
event
think,
called for?
I think 6:30.
Yeah, so you want to learn at 6? So we go to Mincha
No.
Myra and then learn at 6?
No, it's when we finish. It's 5:40. Can we learn it? And we will
Five.
learn.
Want to learn at
5?
5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 5.
Okay, let's learn at 5 Tuesday. Tomorrow was 7 o'clock, regular time.
All right.
5. Thank you, Shkoyach.
Thank you.